Every time we practice heartfulness relaxation in the morning, every day, it gives kind of a calm atmosphere. So because of that atmosphere, we're able to focus for the whole day. And because everybody else is relaxed, it also gives me a sense of peace.
So it makes me calm down, which makes me go away from my anger, which makes me share more and do stuff for other people more.
It just brings me to concentrating in what I have to do during my day.
I've been able to think more straight. I've been more down to earth, and you could say that I'm taking more wiser decisions now.
We introduced first this in the engineering college. This meditation session, this relaxation techniques in the engineering college. We started with the meditation session for about, initially for 10 minutes, then increased to 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And we found that the children have taken over the whole concept and they became very peaceful.
And at school level also we have 7 schools in Mumbai where we have around 10 to 12,000 students who are practicing this relaxation meditation technique every day, morning and evening.
Does relaxation before he goes to school, before he goes to exam. That calms himself a lot. It composes himself within, and he is able to think unidirectionally.
The contractor comes one day morning to Pillai sir and to me and he says, अरे सर आप लोगों ने क्या कर दिया है, मेरा बच्चा मुझे रात को बोलता है पापा सो जाइए मैं आपको रिलैक्स करूंगा. वो कैसे? मैं आपको सिखाता हूँ ना, हमें स्कूल में सिखाया रिलैक्सेशन कैसे करना, और पता नहीं वो मुझे क्या क्या बोलते गया और मैं तो बस सो गया 2 मिनट में. तो ये आप क्या सिखा रहे हो इतना बढ़िया स्कूल में जो हमारे घर पे इतना अच्छा इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है.
People even saying that they are seeing fundamental shifts in themselves. For example, people saying that hey, nowadays I seem to be getting less angry. I seem to be getting less hassled by the world around me. Overall, we are very encouraged by these experiences and have now decided to roll out this program as part of all training programs at the firm.
Vibrazioni si sentivano, decisamente.
Grazie. Avevo anche sentito molto tutto quello che ci hanno spiegato.
Sono stata benissimo, ho fatto un po' di fatica così all'inizio, però poi sono riuscita ad entrare.
Breathing exercises, heartfulness relaxation, and the Brighter Mind signature music. These are all used to help children reach deep levels of relaxation.
Most of the constables are out of their problems, mentally as well as physically. The stress was not felt thereafter, and they really enjoyed the relaxation technique.
In a world full of chaos, stress, and anxiety, we all need a moment of peace. A moment when we let go of all worries. A moment that charges us to take on life's challenges. A moment when we plunge within ourselves and come out refreshed. A moment of simplicity. A moment of happiness. The source of real happiness lies within each of us, in our hearts. We just need to learn to connect with it.
Our entire life is led by feelings and inspirations. And that is the role of the heart. And when we manage to listen to the feelings and capture the inspirations that comes from within, I think we can master our life by listening to heart again and again.
Heartfulness meditation is a form of Raja Yoga that teaches us how to connect to our heart. As one learns how to meditate deeply, letting go of all mental complexities and tuning into the heart, a sense of inner balance and calmness begins to prevail.
The whole exercise of fine-tuning the heart with the mind is through this meditation on the heart. That's why we call this process heartfulness meditation.
This simple yet effective system has been prevalent for more than 100 years. Today, it is followed by over 1 million people across 120 countries. Thousands of meditation, retreat, and research facilities serve as centers where individuals from all walks of life, diverse nationalities, different religious backgrounds, various social and economic circumstances come together, transcending boundaries in an atmosphere of love, trust, and brotherhood. With a significant online presence, the Heartfulness app, YouTube channel, Heartfulness magazine, and a rich body of literature makes the practice easily available to seekers. The Heartfulness Institute is a nonprofit organization that brings the heartfulness meditation and relaxation methods to individuals, corporations, universities, schools, and communities. Thousands of volunteers and more than 6,000 certified trainers around the globe allow the services of the Institute to reach individuals totally free of charge. The vision of the Founding Fathers has been to create a society that is heart-centered, loving, and compassionate. Change in society can happen only through a change in each individual. Heartfulness is both an individual practice as well as a unifying movement.
I meditate because I was deeply unhappy for a few years, despite having everything that anyone would ever say that you needed. I had a happy family, I had a very good husband, a good work life, but there was something missing within me that I felt I hadn't found. I decided that the best way forward was to try to find some means to access something within myself. and I was fortunate enough to find meditation, which has been wonderful.
I meditate because it makes me happy, and also it's like a direct connection to who I really am without any learned behaviors or patterns. I would miss it if I wouldn't have it.
Meditation on the heart taught me to feel the heart more than anything else and surrender to the reality inside. Instead of getting caught in the creation of humanity, it's a blessing to be able to feel your own reality, which is the heart.
It's a pull from inside to meditate and connect to myself and know myself more better.
I started off by looking at the mirror at one age, and I said to myself, there has to be something else than this what I see outside.
Always I wanted to see who am I, that is, what is there in myself. So who am I and what is there in myself? So I thought that meditation is a tool which I can use.
Well, I start meditation because I want to find peace in me. I knew that there is something to help me with it, and I love the way you have to do it every day, and I liked it because I like to be organized.
And try and move away from the mind way of thinking and try and perceive things with my heart.
I meditate because it calms me down. It brings me alive to myself. I can introspect myself, know myself better, and I feel myself at peace.
I like it when meditation happens. It's because the way I am, I am in a much more profound way than I am usually.
Why do we meditate on the source of divine light in the heart? One reason is that the physical heart is the pumping station of the blood. It sends out purified blood to all parts of the body. When we take the heart as the center of meditation, the blood that runs throughout our system is affected. The solidity due to our own thoughts and actions begins to melt away. This is the first thing we gain from the very first day by this method of meditation on the heart. When we begin our daily meditation practice, we have the idea that the source of divine light already exists in our hearts. We assume that it's already there. We start with this suggestion, and by the end of the meditation, we observe and experience that something is there. Then we go on with this every day, and little by little, we start to see the larger picture as our consciousness expands. So do we continue to think that one thought throughout the whole meditation? No. It's a starting point, a way to dive deeper into the heart, into the realm of feeling. Meditation is the process of first regulating our thinking on the object of meditation, and then from that single-pointed thinking to feeling the object of meditation. In short, meditation can be defined as a process of thinking resulting in feeling. Our entire life is led by feelings and inspirations, and that is the role of the heart. When we listen to those feelings and capture the inspiration that comes from within, we can master our lives by listening to the heart again and again. The whole exercise of fine-tuning the heart with the mind is through this meditation on the heart. We center ourselves in the heart, and our inner radar opens up. We feel guidance all the time. Ultimately, meditation will evolve from thinking to feeling, feeling to being, being to becoming, and finally going beyond. This is possible through absolute openness. We develop divine love in our hearts through meditation. When we are in the heart, we are never alone, as it is the heart that connects us with all existence. How does heartfulness meditation help to deal with stress? Most of us have to deal with stress on a daily basis. We face a world of constant competition, result-oriented work culture, and accelerating change. Our need to avoid pain and suffering leaves us stressed out. The complex cultural context of present-day living makes for stress at home almost as much as the workplace. Dealing with this stress and sustaining high levels of performance at home and work overwhelm us, and we often experience burnout. How does heartfulness meditation help? From the very day we start, it fosters the journey back to the inner core of our beings. We start experiencing the serene waves of relaxation of the body, heart, and mind. Our inner selves find that much needed attention. As we move away from the outer stress towards our hearts, we begin to appreciate the simple inner experience. Progressively, we develop the need to repeat this meditation practice daily, and it becomes a habit that provides that much needed tranquility in our lives. Creativity and health are enhanced. Our increasingly refined consciousness now allows for clarity of thought. We become skilled at finding that all-important space between response and stimulus, and we begin to remaster ourselves one step at a time. We can now aspire towards excellence in almost all fields of life due to this one powerful skill. Thus, by practicing meditation regularly, we find that we suffer less and consequently also experience less and less of stress. How does meditation help us achieve a state of balance? Each of us has our very own personal universe that is made up of our inner world and our outer world. So much of our time is spent meeting the needs of our outer existence that few of us take the time to pause and listen to the needs of the world within. Our inner needs like love, bliss, joy, contentment, peace, stillness are fundamental to our well-being and our evolution. When we begin to practice meditation, we become more sensitive to our inner universe. Along with the pressing demands of the outer world, we now begin to pay deeper attention to the inner needs. If we give attention in equal measure to both these aspects of life, we start achieving a balance between the two. There is a gradual inclination towards perfecting this balance, and the practice of meditation becomes invaluable to us in this effort. The best analogy for this is a bird or an airplane in flight. Each of the two wings represents the inner needs of the spirit and the outer responsibilities of life. If more weight is put on any of the wings compared to the other, it starts moving in spirals. This applies to our lives too. Like a bird or an airplane, it is the tail that helps us to maintain our balance. The tail represents our consciousness, which gets further refined with each session of meditation. We thus become more and more conscious of all that serves our purpose and maintains our balance. This refined consciousness is paramount to achieving excellence in various aspects of our lives. Don't we all look for peace and harmony in our life, in the world? For many of us, peace means freedom from torments and problems. For others, peace means retiring to a place of tranquility. Yet it is ultimately something that comes from within rather than from outside. In order for us to feel at peace, we need to first have peace at the core of our being, our mind, our heart, our soul. Even if we do find inner peace, there are times when we feel uncomfortable and become unsettled. If we encounter unrest in our outer environment, there is such a need for world peace in our times. How do we bring about this world peace? Well, a simple way would to be create a feeling of universal and unconditional love in our heart. If we can do this with sincerity and intensity, our heart can send out vibrations that carry notes of peace, capable of calming and deterring violent intentions. Such an intangible spiritual force can remove the root causes that cause feelings of anger, vengeance, and war from the collective human consciousness. Each one of us is like one of the many little drops that make the ocean of humanity. If each one of us finds peace in one's own heart, the world will be full of individuals who are centered on love in their hearts. When we feel such love and peace in our hearts due to our heartfulness meditation practice, we can actually project that peace outward through a universal prayer. Every day, we can pray for peace in the world, making a suggestion that there is love and piousness growing in the hearts of all people on the planet. Each such loving thought and prayer that emanates from the heart carries a vibration with it that has a powerful impact on the atmosphere of the world in which we all live. Isn't then praying for others beneficial to us as well? And so, we create individual peace that can effectively lead to world peace. How to grapple with the challenge of time management in our busy lives. Don't we hear ourselves and others often saying, "I just don't have the time for things that I'd like to do, or time for the people who I love," or "if I had the time, I'd do this and I'd do that." So just how do we find that time, or create a constructive attitude that can deal with such challenges? Time is a precious resource, and we realize as we have less and less of it that we need to spend it wisely. Time management skills go hand in hand with a sharpened sense of priority. What we give priority to, we tend to spend time on. If we can identify our major priorities and the goals we want to achieve, we can effortlessly decide where to give our time, without feeling overwhelmed by the unceasing demands made on us. We also manage, when necessary, to say no or to leave the not-so-important things for later on. Giving time and attention to our top priorities naturally improves the quality of our lives, giving us a feeling of contentment and contribution. So how to know what is important for us? How to discover our real aspirations and how to set our goals in life? That is where heartfulness meditation and self-introspection come in. When we meditate, we connect with our inner guidance and have an increasingly finer view of our aspirations and goals. We are able to truly resonate with our deepest convictions, manifest a growing confidence in our choice of top priorities, and distribute our time and energy accordingly. From someone who just manages a to-do list, we become people who can lead meaningful lives with purpose and concrete goals that tend towards self-perfection.
Respected elders and dear friends, today is a very special day, International Yoga Day. In order to understand what this Yoga Day is all about, we have to understand what yoga really means to us, and also what yoga is not all about. What is the aim of yoga, the purpose of yoga, the ultimate culmination, the state of yoga, and the means by which we can attain that yogic state that has been described through various philosophers, various realized souls. If you like to ponder over this further, I'll make it very complex actually, so you can understand the enormity of this very state. Yoga is not about religion. Yoga is not about philosophy. Yoga is all about personal experience. And through this experiencing, one day must come that we realize and become yogis. Now, what is the state of yoga, the ultimate state? In order to understand that, we have to go back to the definition of yoga according to Rishi Patanjali. Yoga means, in Sanskrit, it is defined as Yajjuti iti yoga, one that joins. Now, what is it being joined here? What is being united here? I think various philosophers have thrown so much of light on this subject. I would like to only say one thing, that it is our lower consciousness that has to be elevated to the highest consciousness so that our existence can resonate with the divine principle. This happens when Atma merges in Paramatma. To simply put, in Kabir's words, an ultimate state of yoga where the raindrop falling in the ocean becoming the ocean. There will not be any raindrop left behind to talk about what ocean is all about. It is dissolved. That's why often in Vedas, the ultimate state is described in negative terms. neti, 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 not this, not this, not this, because the perfect, the most balanced state that godly presence represent, it has nothing to do with this worldly acquisition and miraculous thing that yogis nowadays seems to perform. It is all about melting away, dissolving in that ultimate. Neti, 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 the classical words, because there is nothing so perfect in this world to compare that reality which is so perfect. When we say that I am practicing yoga, these days it is selectively practiced in the form of hatha yoga, mainly the asanas, and at the most pranayama, the breathing exercise. When we see a complex process, each step leading to next one and ultimately culminating into the highest of consciousness, the very first 4 steps which are described in our yogic shastras is all about sadhana chatusthaya. This sadhana chatusthaya involves viveka, vairagya, satsampati and mumuksa. You can see this on the chart. Its English translation is also available. And if you like to go in further details, I have my article on this, which you can read. Further to this, when satsampatis are divided into 6 value systems, and further one of them being sama, the very first step, divided into 2, pravritti and nivritti, and later on when Rishi Patanjali takes this up, pravritti path, into Ashtanga Yoga, where he begins with yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. So when we look at this, the entire chart where there are 35 steps, asana only is a very insignificant step, one of the 35th step. Even meditation is not the complete step in itself. It is like, when you go to a restaurant and you have about 20 dishes or 35 dishes, children jump on sweet dishes. Some people jump on something else depending upon their choice. Then what do we tell our children? My boy or a girl, are you happy with just the sweets? So that's how we are doing. Things that we like, oh okay, this is going to help me at this level. We take it because it's going to help me at a physical level. Nothing wrong with it. But we have to look for other potential benefits that we can derive from the entire spectrum of yogic approach. Having asanas alone, being satisfied at the physical level, I think it will be quite a disservice to our own existence. We have to embrace all the steps of yoga, starting with sadhana chatusthaya, culminating into sadhana with satsampatis, and further into Ashtanga Yoga, culminating into the samadhi state, which Swami Vivekananda puts it very simply. He said we have our level of consciousness, which is hardly 8 or 10% of total available consciousness. Above it, there is an ocean of superconsciousness. Below it, there is an ocean of subconsciousness. So our film of available consciousness is sandwiched between these 2 giant oceans of superconscious and subconscious oceans. Idea of yogic practice and such practices involving meditational practices is only so that we expand our consciousness. Expansion of consciousness is needed so that we can finally understand all about the total universal consciousness. Later on, if fortune favors, we can see what lies behind this consciousness, what supports this consciousness. You all have heard this term, Sat Chit Anand. I think this is a magical word. To me, it is like a secret formula passed down from ages. It is like some secret potions that has been given, and this magician goes on using this magic potion to mesmerize the world. Our yogis, our elders, they have passed on to us this particular magical word, Sat Chit Anand. I don't think we should consider that as a mantra or any sort of a holy word, but it's a formula, it's a secret pathway. Sat, our existence. The purpose of this existence is to have the Anandam, the permanent blissful state. And when can we have it? Only when the middle part, the Chit, the consciousness, is expanded to its highest potential. So the existence with its expanded consciousness can derive bliss. This is the secret formula. How to achieve it? Rishabh Patanjali puts it very beautifully, the 8 steps. I wish you would all go through this particular detailed chart and further explanations of how we can expand our consciousness and go beyond and see what lies behind this consciousness that supports all. Thank you for listening. Namaste, Bhavanara everyone. Very special and distinguished guests and my dear friends. Happy to be here at Gachibowli Stadium. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it there. I wish I was there. Truly miss that ground. Well, what is yoga? We have already gone through that. I'd like you to all think about very special meaning of our life. What are we doing here? What is the purpose of life? Every young minds, they always question this. But as we age, somehow this curiosity somehow dies down. We remain so complexly busy in our life, the purpose is forgotten. The purpose of life, I think, it stays behind and we dive deeper into the future, which is so chaotic. We forget the most vital thing to solve the purpose of life. Now, how do we solve the purpose? We have to first understand what is the purpose of life. We have been talking about evolution. It's a never-ending evolution. Now, what can evolve? Can our physical body evolve? It took us so many millions of years to come to this level as a human being. So body can evolve, of course, but it takes millennia. As an individual, as I am today, can my body evolve? My body can only age, it can only decay. So my body cannot at a physical level evolve itself. Of course, there is another body behind this which supports the man. It is the subtle body. Shastras calls it Sukshma Sharir. Then there is another body behind it that supports that, which is called Atman. Now Atma, it cannot evolve. To many, it will be quite surprising that Atma cannot evolve. The reason is, Atma is perfect in itself. It is eternal. It is pure. It is immutable. Something that cannot change because it is perfect in its essence. Then what can change? Body cannot evolve, it can only age. On the another extreme, the soul cannot evolve because it is perfect in it need not evolve itself. Something in between, which is all about subtle bodies. One of the main subtle bodies is our consciousness. Another subtle body is our intellect. Third subtle body is all about our ego. And fourth, the main one with which we are playing around is manas, the mind. It is through mind that we think. Purpose of meditation, purpose of yoga is to graduate from thinking to feeling. Often as a man or a boy or a lady or a girl, we get into a mess sometimes. We have questions, we have issues, we have problems. We come home and we, our mother, or if you are married, your wife perhaps, she notices, what is bothering you, my dear? Since last 2-3 months, I've been seeing you being troubled by all this. Your face is not as glowing. Then you pour your heart out and say, or discuss out things. That, oh, mother or my dear wife, this is something which is troubling me. But the same person, your mother or your wife, would end up saying or give you a best solution just by listening to you for half a minute or a minute, for which a man takes months together to come to a conclusion. Man has a tendency to think. Women has a special ability to feel things, go beyond thinking and go straight hit the core of the issue. So we have to get to that mode. We have to use heart more than mind. And as long as heart is involved in our decision making, I think we'll be guided properly. In order for heart to guide us properly, heart must be clear, heart must be pure, heart must be in tune with our inner nature. Heart must not become manipulative. So we offer through this meditation a training of the heart, and through which we will derive so much of peace. This particular heartfulness meditation offers so many elements to our practice, starting with relaxation. Disturbed, unrestful body cannot meditate. Imagine you are always wiggling your body like this and you're trying to meditate. No, body has to be still, body has to be relaxed. Gently close your eyes and then things move on. Next step after relaxation is to meditate. How do we meditate? I will teach you the process. But there is so much of difference from one meditation to another meditation, one style of meditation to another style of meditation. There are so many varieties of meditation. The specialty of this heartfulness meditation is the yogic transmission. I wish you don't blindly believe in me. I would like you all to be a scientist. I would like you to approach. Today's youth must approach yoga in a scientific way. Just don't believe in esoteric things out of blind faith. You must have your own belief system based on your own decision, and decision must be based on the experiments that you conduct. You are the scientist. Your heart is your laboratory. Let this process go on in the heart and see the results. Now, how do you compare one meditation different from another meditation, and how to judge that this particular meditation is better for me? We will not try all kinds of systems, but I will try and explain to you in a scientific way and show it to you. Of course, we don't have time and there are thousands of you there. You need individual attention. I will teach you though how to meditate, and in next 72 hours, whenever you feel like, as many times as you like, wherever you be, you can just close your eyes and think that this transmission which I am talking about, yogic transmission, is descending into your heart. It is making your heart even more luminous. It is making it lighter. Your attention is being pulled inwards. Whenever you close your eyes for half an hour, try to think that way and try to connect yourself with your higher self. Pray to God and say, my dear God, I don't know you. I like to believe in you, but I like to feel your presence. See, it's a wonderful prayer. I like to feel your presence, and if I can, when I can, feel that presence, that poise, that stillness, that peace, that tranquility that harmony within, then I can say, yes, this is worth believing. Now, let's approach this meditation technique like a scientist. How? How to prove that the transmission is working, which is coming from the source? When in pharmaceutical industry they invent a new drug, this new drug molecule is compared with a placebo or an inert substance. If this placebo or inert substance has a 50% curing rate, let us say you have 100 people who have headaches. Whenever they have a headache, they take placebo. And out of these 100, if it can remove the headaches out from amongst 50 individuals, good. Now, you give the medicine with active ingredient, and this new medicine also removes the headache of 50 people out of 100, then the result is as good or as bad as the placebo. That means this new molecule is not good. But if this new molecule can cure the headaches of 80 out of 100 versus only 50 out for placebo, then we can say, yes, this new molecule, this new drug entity has better results than placebo. You understand this? Now, meditation, meditating on the heart, without transmission, just as a placebo, versus meditation with transmission. You see the results, you compare the results. Then you can say, yes, I believe in this transmission, I believe in this divine transmission, I believe in this yogic transmission, or I don't, because I feel nothing. So, as I said also, that we don't have time at the moment to go through this process of meditating with transmission. I would like to transmit to you all, though, during the next 72 hours. You don't have to tell me when you are sitting, where you are sitting. I assure you, I'll pray to God and make sure it happens that you all feel it wherever you are, whenever you sit with your closed eyes. Only thought that you have to make is this. Just close your eyes at the time and be open-hearted, be prayerful and say, my Lord, I like to feel your presence. You're already there in my heart. Please make me feel your presence. That's all. And the transmission will reach your heart. It will help you go deeper into yourself because of this transmission. Now, before you do all these things, since relaxation, that's another method that we implement before starting meditation, I would like you to walk through this particular form of relaxation. You can also find these relaxation commands from our website, heartfulness.org. There is also an application called Sahaj Connect, SAHAJ CONNECT. You can download it on your Android phones and see, watch the steps, follow the steps of relaxation. And if you like to have a personal trainer for yourself who can walk you through process of meditation, the same application can be utilized. Well, if you all agree, if it is okay with you all, I can walk you through for 2 minutes how to relax our system and see the effect. You can also, after learning these commands, you can teach others. This particular relaxation is very helpful, especially when you need to have a fast sleep. You want to go to sleep very fast, or someone in your family who is not so well, who is so ill, not so mentally capable, or needs to sleep. Your father or mother, they may be tired and you want to give them a quick rest. You hold your feet with 2 hands and follow the commands that I gave you now, the similar commands. And you know, this chain of learning can go on. You can teach others, other can teach the same method to other person, and it's free. There is no charge. Like, you know, most gurus today have become merchants, sellers of God. My Guruji Maharaj used to say, can you buy God? Can you sell God? Can you sell the approach how to achieve that Godhood, how to achieve that divinity? Can it be sold? It's like selling the moon. It's like selling the Jupiter. It's like selling the sun. It is like making a fool out of others. God is not for sale. And if God was for sale, how much could you pay? And if you could purchase God, why would you need God anyway? You're God yourself. So please think about all these things. And I wish you a great adventure, this inner adventure. I like to call it adventure. Let us go into this adventurous mode. Let us begin our inner journey. Today, regrettably, I'll have to teach you only one thing for 2 minutes, how to relax prior to meditation. And over next 72 hours or so, I'll 24 hours for next 3 days, I'll be transmitting. You sit wherever you are for half an hour and enjoy the meditation. So, please gently close your eyes wherever you are, either seated on the floor or seated on the chair. Please close your eyes. Try to feel your feet first. Wiggle your toes if you have to. Let the energy flow upward from Mother Earth into your feet and ankle. Feel this energy is helping you relax your feet. Let this energy move upward to your lower legs and calf muscles. So your calf muscles are also relaxing and becoming lighter. Let this energy move upward further into your knees and your thighs. Your hips, the entire back. Feel that muscles are relaxing completely. Let this energy move forward into your abdominal muscles. Feel the relaxation there. Your chest area. Feel the energy helping you relax there. Your shoulder muscles. Feel your shoulders are actually melting away, becoming lighter. Feel the weight being lifted from your shoulders. Let this energy move to your biceps and your elbow. Now to your wrist and your palms and fingers. Focus on your neck muscles, please. See how neck muscles are also relaxing, becoming lighter. Let this energy move upward. Feel this energy on your face. Your facial muscles are relaxing. Your nose, your lips, your forehead, your eyes, your eyelids actually, your jaws, your earlobes, and now your top of your head. Please scan the entire system from top of your head till toes. Now feel this entire system from top to toe is completely relaxed. Gently bring your attention towards the heart. Feel the lightness there now. This is when you make a sankalpa or a will or a suggestion that yes, this divine presence is already there in my heart. And with this idea, you go into meditation at home. The next 72 hours, try to meditate as many times as you can, but no more than half hour at a time for you all. So, I hope you enjoyed this relaxation. As we go along, through this Heartfulness Institute, we like to teach you many such inner exercises that can help us expand our consciousness, where manas, the mind, from its thinking graduates or transcends into feelings. Another subtle body, what we call buddhi or intellect, we like to see that intellect actually becomes wisdom. Ahankar, another subtle body, we call ego in English, we like to see that it becomes total humility. And ultimately the consciousness that wraps this all around. We like to see this consciousness with whatever it is to grow into a divine consciousness. So ultimately, in conclusion, I would like to say this, that the purpose of any spiritual practice is only one, that is to expand our consciousness. The consciousness that we have, the available consciousness is hardly 8% or 5%. Even guys like Einstein, they used hardly 10 or 12% of their available consciousness. We need to utilize the full potential of this consciousness. Even if it becomes from 8% to 10%, it's a big step. From 10% to 12% is great. From 12 to 15 is even greater. So this available consciousness, which is like a film of water, which is sandwiched between two giant oceans, we need to soar higher into the sky of superconsciousness through meditation, and we need to expand into subconscious ocean to its deepest level through Yoga Nidra. And in between, there are so many variations how to expand this consciousness, and I like to teach you, share with you this knowledge that I have attained, gained at no cost from my Guruji, from our elders. I like to share with you all, and I wish that you also share the same knowledge, the same process of becoming divine with others, becoming more loving, becoming more peaceful, overall becoming divine citizens in this universe. May God bless us all. Thank you. All the best.